Welcome back to Making Our Seniors Matter with a special edition of this lovely show. Joining me now via Skype today, Margaret Wallace-Duffy and Elizabeth Cunningham and just Glenn Cunningham.
Thank you, Margaret and Todd. Yes, we are absolutely tickle-pink to have Dr. Kathleen Brasher on the show today. Kathleen is a member of the Strategic Advisory Group for the World Health Organization's global network of age-friendly cities and communities. I hope I got that right, Kathleen. Welcome.
You did. Thank you. And it's lovely to be here. Thank you, Liz.
Well, we're just absolutely excited to have you here, Kathleen. I don't think anybody's mentioned yet, but you're up here in Canada from Australia and visiting with some important people who also have great interest in the helping and resources for seniors. And of course, that's what Making Our Seniors Matter is all about, resources for seniors and then training for organizations and individuals who actually work with the senior demographic.
Yes, I'm delighted to be in Canada. I can actually say this is my 5th visit now to Canada, so it's starting to feel a bit like home watching it. But one of the reasons I keep coming back is that Canada has played such a key role in both the development and the continuing work in age-friendly cities and communities, as well as having a number of other different models that I think support the very important work that age-friendly cities are set out to do, and that is to create the best environment for all of us to grow old in, and with a particular emphasis on what's happening now and how we can improve the way in which older adult seniors are treated, the programs and services that are available to them, and more importantly, that they're part of the process of creating those. So Canada's really been a beacon around the world for the work that it's done. So coming here gives me an opportunity of catching up with some old friends, making some new friends, and continuing to share ideas and knowledge and learnings about creating age-friendly cities. I've just had the opportunity of being in Vancouver with Rhonda Luttrell, and one of the commitments I've made to her is to help do some bridging between the existing WHO age-friendly cities work and the age-friendly businesses work that she's been so intimately involved in, because I think that it's a really beautiful fit. The focus of both of those is to say, let's work together to ensure that we have older people and aging at the heart of what we do, and how can we make that as seamless and as positive as possible, and what small things, often things that need to change are actually quite small. So what small things can we do that can make a difference? And for all of us are in contact with businesses, and so businesses, particularly in small communities, but also in very large cities, that your daily contact with someone, whether it's at a local cafe, at the supermarket, at the bank, that's where you feel part of the community in how you're treated in those everyday interactions with people.
That was part of our conversation at our group. It was interesting because we talked about where do seniors go. Oftentimes during the day, they go for coffee and they sit and chat at the coffee shop, and probably who might see a change in someone's demeanor and someone's behavior and someone's health. It might be the person at the coffee shop, it might be the waitress at the restaurant, it might be the lady at the shoe store, but somebody in business who perhaps sees them on a regular basis.
That's right, and often it is that person who sees them regularly enough in a sort of more objective way, and I don't mean to make that sound negative, but it's sometimes quite a useful thing. They go, oh, they're not just quite looking as brightly as they were a couple of days ago. I haven't worked for a couple of days. Whereas sometimes people in your family are often you just adjust so rapidly to what's happening around you.
Yeah, so, just simply don't notice quite as easily.
I think one of the things that they talk about with the World Health Organization's age-friendly communities is safety and security.
Yes.
And oftentimes those businesses are places where they might pick up on someone having a fret or having a concern about somebody having access to their information or
That's right.
banks or whatever that can see this kind of the fraudulent and a scamming that is unfortunately become such a huge problem.
That's right. It might well be someone going to the bank and saying, look, I received this phone call or this email came in. What do you think I should do about it? So you're right. It can be someone at the bank or the credit union that is that point of contact. And oftentimes, for all of us, we sometimes will go to someone who's not quite as close for those questions. We don't want to worry our children, or we don't want to feel a bit embarrassed in front of our children. But you might go to, the pharmacist or, the manager of your local library service. Our connections are so rich and varied that I think the benefit of HR&E businesses is that it provides such a wide range of people with some really fundamental, foundational knowledge and skills that they can put into practice in their businesses in quite a straightforward, simple way, and begin to see benefits in the way older people relate to them and the way they relate to such an enormously important part of their client group.
Yeah. Well, Kathleen, on that note, I think we're just going to take a really quick break, and we'll be back with more Making Our Seniors Matter in just a moment.